بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى أهله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. The Aqeedah of unsanctioned Tawassul and Shirk of Dua in Fadhaa'il Amal. The author of Fadhaa'il Amal, Muhammad Zakaria Kandalfi, borrowed the Aqeedah of Tawassul with the awliya from his Sufi sheikhs such as Ashraf Ali, Danfi, Muhajir, Makki, etc., and brings it to the ranks of the Muslims. But he must have faced a problem. He could not shamelessly say, "Make so and so as your intermediary and ask Allah." So he goes by the following visit. This will be really an eye-opener how the Sufi masters deceive the unsuspecting masses. The Shia Aqeedah about Muhammad Tabtabi, his day and night activities in the field of knowledge did not stop him from paying respect to and asking help from the Prophet and his family, and for all his success he considered himself obliged to these great personalities. Shia by Muhammad Hussein Tabtabi, published as note, page 96-94, Fadhaa'il Dhikr, Fadhaa'il Amal. The Holy Huzur said, when Adam sinned and was expelled out of Jannah, he used to cry all the time and pray for forgiveness. One time he looked towards the heavens and said, "Oh Allah, I ask for your forgiveness by the wasila of Muhammad." Revelation came down upon him, and it was asked, "Who is Muhammad with whom you have used the wasila and asked for forgiveness?" Adam replied, "When you created me, I saw it was written on the arsh, there is none worthy of worship except Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger, so I understood that who could be greater than Muhammad, whose name you have added to your name?" It was said to him, "He is the seal of the Prophet and is among your sons, and had been not created you, and had he been not created, you would have also not been created." The clever deceit that Kandalavi employs that in the Arabic text of the Hadith in the Fadhaa'il Amal, the words Mawdu, fabricated, are clearly, but Kandalavi chooses not to translate them. He goes on mentioning the virtues of the Hadiths. Allahu Akbar, how could he have missed that? And where exactly is the meaning of this tawassul of Adam through Muhammad established, and where are the hadith that establish this meaning? If this is the only hadith in which it is mentioned and which itself is fabricated, such as Kandalavi quotes Al-Qari ascribing to him the saying that the meaning of the hadith is correct. The reality is that Kandalavi is ignorant of the narrations and is ignorant of what is weak and fabricated from what is authentic, but he quotes what he wishes and what is in agreement with Sufism and elements of the Batini Aqeedah, while not caring for the audacity of what he narrates. Ali radiallahu narrated, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Do not tell a lie against me, for whoever tells a lie against me intentionally, then he will surely enter the hellfire." And Abdullah ibn Zubair said, "I said to my father, I not hear from you any narration hadith of Allah's apostle, as I hear his narration from so and so." As Zubair replied, I was always with him, the Prophet, and I heard him saying, "Whoever tells a lie against me intentionally, then surely let him occupy his seat in hellfire." And Salama narrates, "I heard the Prophet ﷺ saying, whoever intentionally ascribes to me what I have not said, then surely let him occupy his seat in hellfire." And Anas narrates, "The fact which stops me from narrating a great number of hadith to you is that the Prophet said, whoever tells a lie against me intentionally, then surely let him occupy his seat in hellfire." And all of these hadith are narrated in Al-Bukhari's Sahih, Kitab al-Ilm, number 106, 109. So what fact is it that has not stopped Al-Hanbali from ascribing fabricated lies to the Prophet ﷺ and presenting them to the people, without explaining their status in the language of his people? I will only further prove or report the few lines of Shirk, less poetry of the greats of Deobandi. The Allama Ashraf Ali Danvi writing in Majat Maqbul, "Be your honor and might, for the sake of your Prophet and his family, for the sake of your Prophet of God, whose name is Muhammad Mustafa, for the sake of Hadrat Musa, or generous one, who is a Prophet and your Kalim." And Haji Imdadullah Muhajir Mak writes on page 84 in Shama'im Amdadiyya, "Today there is only the support of your essence in this world. Nothing is quoted from us beside you. Rather the day comes about when Allah destines, holding your bosom, I will say, O Shah Nur, it is time for help." Loving not to be outdone by his sheikhs in virtue, composes some very poetry of kufr himself, and is available for free viewing at the end of volume 1 of Fadhaa'il Amal. The following are letters to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm bad, I'm evil, I'm a sinner, but I'm yours. Your dog even finds my name repulsive, but the attachment of your name to mine has bestowed my honor. You are the best of creation and most of ignorance. You are the master of the two worlds, and I'm the lowly servant. If you don't ask, then who will? Who accept you is our protector. With fear is my boat of hope alive, that my name be counted among the dogs of Medina. And this is no surprise that when Kandalawi ends volume 1 of Fadhaa'il Amal, he supplies to Allah to forgive any mistake that he might have made by the virtue of the Prophet. And they claim to be the callers to Allah and His deen. What can be the greater lie than this? Very Allah has said in the Quran, meaning of which, and all the most beneficial names belong to Allah, so call on Him by them, and leave the company of those who believe or deny or utter impure speech against His names. They were requited for what they used to do. Surah Al-Araf, verse 180. He is ever living, La ilaha illallah illa huwa. None has the right to be worshipped but He. So invoke Him, making your worship pure for Him alone. Surah Ghafir. And they worship besides Him Allah things that hurt them not, nor profit them, and they say, these are our intercessors with Allah. Say, do you inform Allah of that which He knows, not in the heavens and on the earth? Glorified and exalted is He above all that which was partners. Surah Yunus. On one incident in Fadhaa'il al-Amal does have a ring of truth to it. On page 45, stroke 42, Fadhaa'il al-Dhikr, Fadhaa'il al-Amal, volume 1. It is reported from Junayd that he saw the shaitan completely naked in his dream and told him, have you no shame that you roam among men naked? The shaitan replied, these are no men. Indeed, men are they in the masjid of Shuwaizia, who have done my body and have made kebab out of my liver. Hadrat Junaid said, I went to the masjid of Shuwaizia and saw that few Hadrat were sitting with their knees between their legs, busy in dhikr, should be understood as Sufi weird. When they saw me, they said that do not be deceived by the saying of that Khabir, that is Shaitan. Kandalawi continues, it has also been reported from Suhi that he saw the Shaitan completely naked. Please note that this is no dream, and told him that have you no shame or to wander naked amongst men? The Shaitan replied that these are not men, and had they been men, I would not have been able to play with them like a boy plays with a ball. Indeed, men are they who have plagued my body, that stripped me, and pointed to the Jamaat of the Sufis. Despite the obsession with nakedness, the shirk of knowledge attributed to the appearance and obvious lies will have to congratulate Kandalawi that in 100 pages, in 1,000 pages, he has at least reported the truth being that only a liar like the shaitan will attest the great virtue of the Sufis. We know that the attestation of the Iman of the companions of the Messenger of Allah وسلم, came down from the heavens. The goodness of only the first 3 generation was told to us by Mustafa وسلم, and now we also know who is the patron of the Sufis and Jamaat Tabligh. The obsession of the Sufis with nakedness and lewd acts is not something new. It was this preservation that one of the Imams used to address the public naked from the pulpit, and the depraved acts that the Sufi masters performed with animals in public is too graphic to be mentioned. For further reading, refer to Sheikh Muhammad ibn Hadi's book, The Reality of Sufism, available from www.salafibookstore.com for more ludicrous stories and insults to the intellect.